It sounds foolish that men can stand up and use words out of a Bible, and that has power to penetrate your heart and change your life. But it does, because it's God's holy word. This is not an ordinary book. This is a living book, a living word. And then there's the work of the Holy Spirit, as I've already explained. He convicts. And when He has come, He will reprove the world of sin and righteousness and judgment. And then He indwells. He changes us. He changes our wills, our affections, our objectives for living, our disposition. He gives us a new purpose and new goals. Old things pass away and everything becomes new. And then He indwells. Know you not that you are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you? Does God the Holy Spirit live in you? If there's a doubt about it, pick up that telephone if you're watching by television and call that number, and a counselor will be there to help you to make sure that you have been born again. You remember the story in the Bible of Naaman? Naaman was the general commander-in-chief of all the armies of Syria, and Syria is much in the news these days. He was commander-in-chief. He had everything. The king had honored him. But he was a leper. And he knew that in a short time he was going to be thrown out of the military, and he was going to be just a person going around with a little bell saying, "Keep away, keep away, keep away. I'm a leper, I'm a leper, I'm a leper." And he heard a little slave girl from Israel tell about a wonderful man that could heal him over in Israel. And he went to his king, and the king said, "If anybody in Israel can heal you, please go." And he went. And when he finally came to this man after a number of experiences, the prophet said, "Go to the Jordan and dip 7 times. And on the 7th time you will be healed." Told the servant to tell him that, in fact, the prophet didn't even come out to see the general. The general was there in all of his uniform and all of his men, and the prophet just stayed back in the kitchen somewhere. Didn't even come out and greet him. Just sent word to him. And the general turned away in disgust. But one of his captains said to him, or one of his aides said, "Sir, if he had told you a hard thing, you'd have done it." He said, "Go to the Jordan." He said, "Yeah, but the Jordan River is muddy and our rivers are clear. That Jordan River can't do anything." He said, "But why don't you try, sir? You're a leper. You've got to do something." So the general went to the Jordan River, and he dipped himself 4 or 5 times, and he said, "See, the leprosy's still there. It doesn't do any good." "But sir," he said, 7